Hi guys, it's Tammy from Shrinking Violet DS, and today is Friday, May 12th, and I'm here with my 9-week post-duodenal switch surgery update. I began my pre-op diet on February 19th of 2017 at 260 pounds. On March 9, 2017, I had traditional duodenal switch surgery at Mexicali Bariatric with Dr. Antonio Esquerra, and at that time I weighed 248 pounds. Last week I came to you on May 3rd and I weighed 217 pounds even, and at that time I told you I had gained 0.8 pounds for the week, but I had only gained it the day before, and so I knew that it wasn't a real gain. And sure enough, the next day, I had already lost 1.5 pounds. Well, today, on the 12th, or yesterday, on the 11th, which was my normal weigh-in day every week, is on Thursday, I weighed 210 pounds, 210.2 pounds. So, technically my loss was 6.8 pounds, but I don't really think so. I think that it was more like 5 pounds, because I know that, like I said last week, most of that was PMS, water weight, and constipation. And that was proven out by the fact that the next day, half of it was gone. Anyway, and today, I do weigh daily. Today I woke up and I weighed 211.6. And again, I don't consider it a real gain, just like the last time, because I know what it was from. I didn't eat bad food, I didn't change my macros, I didn't do anything. But yesterday I had ramen broth, and not the icky packaged kind, but the good stuff from a Japanese restaurant, nice homemade ramen broth. With tofu in it. I didn't have any noodles, and I have a feeling that stuff was absolutely stuffed with sodium, because I drank over 100 ounces of water yesterday and I hardly peed at all. Last night my husband and I were watching TV and I was still drinking away, drinking, and he kept having to stop and go to the bathroom, and he says, "Don't you have to pee yet?" I was like, "Nope, So obviously 100 ounces in, hardly anything coming out. That's exactly where that weight gain came from. So it's not real weight, it's just water, and it'll probably be gone tomorrow when I get on the scale. I wouldn't doubt it. Anyway, so at 210, that puts me down a total of 50 pounds since I started my pre-op diet, and 38 pounds since surgery 9 weeks ago. So I think that's pretty good. I'm excited. It's been relatively, painless loss. I still can't eat dense proteins, just like I've been saying every week. Still no change in that. So I'm getting my protein in other ways. Today I had hummus for lunch. Last night I had tofu for dinner. I'll eat textured soy vegetable protein, like the fake meats, Morningstar Farm stuff, and that kind of thing. What else? Cheeses, nut butters. I get it in various ways. And I can have it from fish, or ground beef. I am so sick of ground beef, I cannot even tell you. But I just can't get it what I would consider the easy way, which would be by, gnawing on a big, huge chunk of meat. That's not in my repertoire quite yet. Many people that I've talked to say 6 to 8 months, and well, that kind of sucks. It's doable. At least I kind of have an end in sight. I know that my intolerance isn't forever. And until then, while protein shakes are not my favorite way to get protein, at least they are a viable way to get protein, and I'm willing to do that for 6 to 8 months. And if I had to trade off being able to drink freely like I can, or eat freely, I would stick with what I've got, because being able to get my fluid intake in properly every day is so important. And I can always get protein in fluids. It's a little harder to get fluid in proteins. So You know, it's not ideal, but it certainly could be worse, and that 50 pounds of weight loss is awfully nice. Not a whole lot else going on. It's been a pretty quiet week. I'm out of my next size of clothes. I started in size 20s when I started this whole thing, and then I was down to 18s, and now my 18s are falling off. So I've been going through my closet yet again, and I have a pretty good sized closet. It's a really nice closet. And it's starting to get very, very empty. And yet I am loath to buy very much to put in it because, as you all know, we change sizes so frequently. But summer has not yet quite arrived here in the Portland area. It was really nice last week in the 70s. But today and this whole next week, it's supposed to be in the 50s and 60s. And it's been raining like crazy, and it's cold and nasty, so I've not bought any summer clothes yet either, but I do plan on buying like summer dresses that maybe have ties at the waist, that kind of thing. I tend to wear my clothes fitted anyway, so I also don't mind buying a size too small and wearing those until they don't fit anymore. But I figure that way at least I can extend the life of some of my clothes. And I've actually been able to get some clothes from my mother, who is a tiny little thing. She wears size 2-4 pants and medium tops. And while I do not think I'm anywhere close to a medium, J. Jill apparently does. And so I have inherited a whole bunch of her J. Jill medium petite tops. So that's nice. I appreciate that. We're going on a cruise to Alaska though in a couple of weeks, and it's still going to be pretty cold up there, and I have no sweaters that fit me. So I've been hunting around for some sweaters. I think what I'm going to end up doing probably instead is just layer with you know, like Under Armour stuff, and then the long sleeve t-shirts that I have that fit me, and then my jacket over that. So that'll be warm enough, but it would be nice to have a sweater or two. My mom did give me a couple, so we'll see if hers fit me. Mostly the problem is in the arms. Of course, I have lovely bat wings, as most of us do while we're losing weight. And so, yeah, with the raglan sleeves, it's hard to get that fit when it's down, like down on here. Actually, this has it, but it doesn't seem to be a problem. But with the sweaters, yeah, if they're normal sleeves that attach up here, it's not so bad. Anyway, so WLSFA is coming up next week. Very exciting. On Thursday, Kristen from Hasta Cielo y Más is flying in, and I'm going to pick her up at the airport, and we're going to hang out, bring her back to my house, and hang out and chat. And it'll be the first time I've ever met a fellow de-esser, so that's really exciting. And I'm so glad to be able to meet her and help her get situated in Portland before WLSFA. I will be at the meetings on Friday night and on Saturday morning probably. Friday night definitely, maybe Saturday morning. I have some company that I was not expecting, and so I'm not going to be able to make the whole thing. But at least I'll be there for part of it, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm really glad that it was in Portland this year, because I know myself, I would not have traveled to go to it, and yet I have a feeling that I'm going to really enjoy it, and that having gone to it here at home, I'm more likely to travel to go to the next one. And I was watching Nirvana and Lauren from Chemistry Queen. They did a live Facebook thing, and I wasn't on it while they were live, but I watched it later, and they were talking about Obesity Help is having their meeting in Long Beach in October, I think. So that's a possibility. We'll see. Maybe. Anyway, I hope you all who are mothers have a nice Mother's Day. I hope everyone else has a nice weekend, and that you're all doing well. And I look forward to seeing a lot of you next week at WLSFA. And the rest of you I hope to meet someday. Thanks so much. Have a good day. Bye.